Good morning, YouTube. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and I've decided to redo my video on sweet potato pecan bread. Somebody had asked me a long time ago if I would actually make it. The old video just shows the finished product. So I've kind of prepped a little bit, getting things ready to go in here. Got my oven preheating to 325. I'm going to double this recipe. So I've got 2 loaf pans already greased and ready to go. There you go. I'm going to do one in my cast iron pan and one in a regular glass pan because I don't have another cast iron. Yesterday I went ahead and cooked my sweet potatoes. I do mine in a pressure cooker. To me it's just easier and faster. I don't have to have the oven on for hours on end to bake them. You can boil them. Peel them and boil them if you want to. You can bake them. If you bake them, you tend to keep more of the vitamins and stuff in them. I learned I actually do my sweet potato casserole using baked or pressure cooked sweet potatoes now. To me, pressure cooking them is just quicker and easier. So right now I've pre-measured out 2 cups of sugar. And this is, since like I said, I'm doubling this recipe to make 2 loaves to take, one for us to eat and one to take to my brother's house tomorrow. So we're going to start with that, and let's see, I'm going to have, let's see, it says 2 eggs, and since I'm doubling this, I'm going to need 4 eggs. And I didn't pull out enough eggs, but that's okay. I've got plenty of eggs handy. I went to the grocery store yesterday. I'm going to do these one at a time. And I'm going to apologize in advance if I block the screen any because I am right-handed. And I tend to get a little messy with my cooking sometimes. But I'm going to start mixing these in. I saved my egg shells to go in my garden. I'll wash them up later. And just add these in one at a time. I've also already pre-mixed together my dry ingredients of flour and salt and baking powder and my spices. And I'm going to put a link to the bottom. I've got this recipe posted on a recipe website. Actually, I think I've got it on a couple of them. I'll put a link to the, I think it's called Tasty Kitchen, where I have it posted, so you don't have to worry about trying to write all this down or get it from me right now. You'll have a link to go to get the recipes and the directions of how I do this. Okay, that egg's being stubborn. Okay, so there we are, 4 eggs. Let's mix in, hands. Get that out of the way. Now, I'm also going to need, let's see, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, so 1/2 cup for me. 1/2 cup somewhere. I'm going to pull my measuring cups. Well, can you do that? Okay. Yeah, we'll just use this one and do it twice. All the measuring cups I have around this house, I can never find. I usually end up leaving my most popular sizes. I'm just using corn oil. You can use whatever kind of vegetable oil you want. I've never tried to do this with butter. Probably would be fine. So, okay, there's 1/2 cup. Keep dripping all over. Sorry, I'm one of these people, I kind of clean and put things up as I go along. Alright, so next we're going to need, if you were doing 1 loaf, this would be 1 cup of mashed sweet potatoes. I'm doubling it, so I'm going to do 2 cups. Measure that out. I probably did way too many yesterday. I actually really haven't mashed these up very good. These are fresh sweet potatoes I bought from a vendor. We have a man that sells sweet potatoes on the side of the road every fall. And I always stop and buy about a $5 bag from him. He's kind enough to let me pick my own. That's not quite 2 cups. And if you do street vendors like that, ask them if they'll let you pick your own out of their pile. Some will, some won't. The first year I ever bought sweet potatoes like that, I just took the guy's word for it, and this was a different person, not the one I'm buying from now. I got home, and when I dumped out the bag, I had a lot of rotten sweet potatoes in there. So after that, if they won't let you pick your own, pay for your bag, go ahead and pick it up, pay for it, and dump them out in your car or on the ground or wherever you are, and check them. And if you have bad ones in there, make them trade them out. If they won't, then you know not to do business with that person anymore. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, there we go. That's about 2 cups. So that's not really well mashed in there. Right, there we go. Now, close enough. It's going to get mixed in together anyway. It's not going to matter too much. That get mixed in. Off the side, dogs will have some sweet potatoes to enjoy with their dinners tonight. They love sweet potatoes. I usually make some dehydrated ones for them as well. It's what this jar right here is for, and as you can see, it's empty, so I've got to do some more of those for them. Okay, it also calls for some milk. Two tablespoons of milk. I'm going to do 4. 3. This is already smelling good with the sweet potatoes. Let that blend pretty well, and that's looking pretty good right now. I'm gonna get a spatula. There we go. Spatula. Let's see how that's looking. Yeah. Okay. Good. String these from there. And I probably should have grabbed a plate to set this on. Got one over here and then drying. So, alright, so I'm going to start adding my dry ingredients a little at a time now. And I'm sorry, I'm probably blocking the camera doing it that way. I'll try to do it from this side next. I do just a little at a time. I'm going to lock that into place so it doesn't move. There we go. Careful that it doesn't sling stuff everywhere. So I'm going to turn it on too high. Really smelling good. I still only use the regular amount of nutmeg. It says half a teaspoon. I'm not real fond of nutmeg. It's okay, but I don't. It can be to me it can be an overpowering spice. So I don't like to go real heavy on it. The recipes call for it. I'll usually cut it in half. So if I was just making one loaf, I would probably do 1/4 teaspoon in this. Just my preference. Depends on how much you like nutmeg. Flowers come out. And my recipe calls for sifted, and I like to sift all the dry ingredients together. I don't really sift all of it because when you sift flour, you you actually end up with more. If you remeasure it after you shift it, you'll find you have more. If you started out with 1.5 cups, you'll probably have 2 cups, or just under 2 cups. So I'm going to let that mix in like that. Let's see, I've got another. Okay, next, golden raisins. You don't have to use golden raisins, that's what the recipe calls for. It looks pretty in there and I like it. Calls for 1/2 cup. I'm going to go with a cup. You can use regular old brown raisins though, because these tend to be a little more expensive, but they are plumper. I like them. What I don't use in here I will eat up no problem. They're stuck together in there too. Let's see. Almost about a cup. I'm going to go a little more in there. A little extra is not going to hurt anything at all. Okay. Those in. Okay. And now we've got 1 cup of chopped cons. So for me, 2 cups. I went ahead and broke these up earlier while I was sitting around watching TV this morning and drinking my tea. So, see right now, since I've got another pie to make this afternoon too, I'm going to have to do even more. So, I'm in the Thanksgiving cooking today. So, okay, my 2 cups are going in. Alrighty. Finish mixing up. And let's see, my oven is preheated. Over on the bake where it needs to be, all the way. Okay, I'll look that. Oh, looks good and smells good. And if you don't have an electric mixer, it's no big deal. This is easy enough to do by hand. Just get your exercise that way. Set that right there. I'll click on that later. Okay, I want to kind of go around the sides with the spatula and make sure all the flour and stuff have gotten incorporated in there really well. And I don't know if, can y'all see that? How good that looks. Hold it up. Take it off. Out of the way. Let's see. There you go. Yeah. Doesn't that look good? Nice, pretty fall colors. And today I've got it's rainy, kind of gray, dreary day here today. So this is going to make the house smell really good. This is a tradition for me to make this every fall. I usually make it a little earlier. I try to make it in October, but we had such a hot October here. I didn't want to turn on my oven. So, just try to divide your batter up evenly. I'm hoping you can see me. I may have the camera too far away for this. Let me scoot it up a little bit. Dribbling on the counter. There, that ought to help. Guess I can move it over some, but even it out. I've got a little more in the... Try not to get as much on the counter as I do. That one. Spoonful on that one. Waste any of it. There we go. 1, 2. Okay. That's good. So let me grab some paper towels and clean this up a bit around the edges so it doesn't burn. Now I'm going to put these in at 325. They cook for, this is an hour and 10 minutes. I have a very finicky oven, so I'm going to cook for 30 minutes uncovered, and then I will take them out and put some foil over the top, because my oven tends to start burning the tops of them, and that's, you don't want burnt tops. Nobody wants burnt tops. But you know, just test them when they're finished, like you would a cake. Take a toothpick in there. If it comes out clean, they're good. Alright, somewhere here in the middle. You want to let them cool in the pan for about 15 minutes and let them finish cooling on a wire rack. So I'm going to get these put in the oven, and we'll bring you back when we go to cover them up. We're going to test them out and see how they're looking at halfway point. Okay, we are at the halfway point on the bread. It's already looking really good. It's been in there for 30 minutes. Excuse me while I tear off the foil. But I'm going to start putting some foil over these. These are hot. Got them too close together, so I can continue baking. I had pulled them out at 15 minutes and flipped them around, because like I said, I have a very cantankerous oven, and that is, cast iron's really, really hot. You don't have to put these on there tightly, just loosely. And if your oven cooks more evenly than mine, this step may not even be necessary for you, but for me it is a necessity. So, there we go. These are going to go back in the oven for another 15 minutes. Excuse me, 30 minutes. We'll be back. Alright, these have been in the oven for about an hour and 15 minutes. Now they're out and they're done. I'm going to give it the old toothpick test. Came out clean. That one's clean too. So these are done. I'm going to let these rest in the pans for about another 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'm going to dump them out on some wire racks and let them cool off. And we'll be getting ready for other Thanksgiving goodies. Just want to bring y'all back real quick for the finished product. I'm not going to cut into these since they are for Thanksgiving tomorrow, so I don't want to tear one open just yet, even though one of them's going to be for us. That's going to be our breakfast in the morning. But they smell so good. I'm ready to tear into one now. Nice slice of this warmed up, slab of butter on there. Oh, delicious. Anyway, I hope you'll try the recipe, and I hope y'all enjoy it as much as we have over the past years, and I hope y'all have a blessed Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching. Well, since I didn't manage to get this video posted before Thanksgiving, or even on Thanksgiving Day, I got too busy, I decided to go ahead and do another quick little ending on this and show you how this looks sliced up. I'm fixing to slather a little butter on this for my breakfast and pop it in the microwave for about 10 seconds or so just to melt the butter and enjoy me a little breakfast. So anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope y'all have a very happy, Merry Christmas and blessed New Year. Thank you for watching.